Please be seated. Praise God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good evening, and thank you for being here. Our theme tonight is Let Education Ring. And it's my hope that when we leave here tonight, we'll have a deeper appreciation and understanding for how inextricably bound our freedom is to education. Condoleezza Rice said, "Education failure puts the United States' future, economic prosperity, global position, and physical safety at risk." Bill Gates put it this way. He said, "Education is the one thing that could really bring America down." Our theme, Let Education Ring, reminds us that we must educate our children if we want them to lead us in the future. And students, are you listening? Eye contact. Good. Our theme, Let Education Ring, is your call to action to make the most of your education so that you have the freedom to say no to illiteracy and poverty and to say yes to college and a career and an abundant life, right? "50 years ago, Martin Luther King Jr. in his famous I Have a Dream speech spoke about the injustices of segregation and the chains of discrimination. Thank God much has changed today. But here we are 50 years later with many African Americans still living on what Dr. King called a lonely island of poverty in the midst of a vast ocean of prosperity. In the recent movie Selma, Dr. King said, "What good does it do for our children if they can't read the menus and can't afford to buy the food in the restaurants that we're fighting for them to sit in?" Dr. King would say, "Let education ring." And that's exactly what Jamira, a ninth grader from Cabrini Green, is doing. Listen to what she says. She says, "Our freedom is rooted in education, which grows the tree of knowledge and produces leaves of opportunity to succeed, the ability to make the most of yourself, and peace with God." Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King Jr., George Washington Carver, Abraham Lincoln, and most of all, Jesus Christ, have helped us be free. With my hands, I grasp the shining opportunity of freedom and education. Jamira, you go, girl. I know you're sitting right over here. Stand up. Here she is. Jamira is the grand prize winner of our Let Education Ring Learning Project, and if you haven't had a chance, be sure and check out her winning artwork as well as the other winners' artwork just upstairs in the gallery. It is phenomenal. It's inspirational. George Washington Carver said, "Education is the key to unlock the golden door of freedom." And every day at By the Hand Club, we see examples of how education is unlocking the potential of our children. Take Taj, for example. Last year, Taj was in the 4th grade and reading at the 1st grade level. His mom was afraid that he might follow in the footsteps of other guys from the neighborhood who wouldn't learn to read, drop out of school, and end up in prison. We've shared before what a strong predictor 4th grade reading scores are for prison, with some states basing how many new cells to build based on 4th grade reading scores. And think about what this could mean in the city of Chicago, where 53% of our 4th graders are not reading at grade level. Well, thanks to an awesome mom and also a new computerized reading program that we have at By the Hand Club, which actually personalizes reading for every child, Taj grew 2 grade levels last year in his reading and is making great strides again this year. Best of all, we gave Taj a Bible to take home, and now that he knows how to read, he reads it to his mom at nighttime, which means that he's finding out what it truly means to be free, as it says in John 8:31 and 32. "If you hold to my teaching, You are really my disciples. Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Taj and his mom, Mrs. McDonald, are here tonight, and I think they're sitting right over here somewhere. But will you please stand so that we can congratulate you on your success? I see them right over here. Thank you. Congratulations. And Mrs. McDonald, we know that you've worked just as hard at home as Taj has at By the Hand Club in school, so congratulations and thank you. For those of you who are new to By the Hand Club, we're a Christ-centered after-school program that was started in 2001 with 16 kids. And today we're serving 1,000 kids in 4 different neighborhoods: Cabrini Green, Inglewood, Altgeld Gardens, and Austin. Just like our name says, we take kids by the hand in first grade and we walk with them all the way through college, helping them have new and abundant life. Our theme verse is John 10:10. The thief comes only to kill and steal and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. There are 3 things to know about By the Hand Club. Number 1, we're caring for kids who are most likely to drop out of school. Our kids are referred to us by our partner principals as kids not meeting reading standards, which means they're 8 times more likely to drop out of school than kids reading at the upper quartile. We care for them during the most dangerous time of day, which is the after-school hours, and we meet their most pressing needs: mind, body, and soul. Now, I want to paint a picture for you of a typical day at By the Hand Club, although I can tell you there is no typical day at By the Hand Club. But just imagine this. We pick up our kids, 1,000 kids, from 17 different Chicago public school partners on school buses at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We bring them to our 4 clubs in the neighborhoods. Once they're with us, we have a warm dinner, we have chapel and Bible study, we have homework time and reading time, which includes working on the computer, the personalized learning that I talked about, as well as participating in read-alouds. And those activities are supported by hundreds of staff and volunteers. Also, while they're with us, we care for their medical needs, so that's eye and dental and mental health counseling. And then we have fun. We have enrichment activities, including choir, spoken word, sports, a number of activities that the kids really look forward to. So our kids are in a safe and loving environment until 7:30 at night, at which time we take them home on school buses. And I can tell you by that time, we're all ready to go home. It's a long day. But just to give you an idea of the magnitude of what I just described, last year alone, we provided 101,970 safe passages to and from our clubs on school buses. All of our kids were eye tested, but 206 kids received eyeglasses so that they could see. We met the major dental needs of 323 kids. So all the kids received exams, but 323 kids had cavities and root canals and needed follow-up care. We served 53,387 hungry stomachs, a healthy and warm meal. We provided 102 kids with counseling for trauma, grief, and anger. We conducted 4,699 home visits, 3,107 school visits, and that's to check in with families and teachers. And then we guided our kids spiritually every step of the way with 79,256 student days in chapel and Bible study. And I can tell you the reason that we see so much improvement in our kids is because of that spiritual development. 76% of our kids say that they have hope and peace that come from knowing God through His Son, Jesus. Isn't that awesome? You've heard Ronald talk about our computerized reading program. I mentioned it in Taj's story. But the results are incredible. Last year, we did a pilot test, and our kids grew 1.2 years in 5 months, which is twice as fast as average. So I'm really happy to report that we've rolled that out across all 4 clubs this year. Something else that's new this year, and again, just imagine this. We're taking all of our kids, starting in first grade, on college tours to create that college mindset from a very young age. And I tell you, it's so exciting when little first graders like Tawan and Austin walks up and says, "Hey, when can I go to college again?" So wonderful. So what's the impact of all of this? Our second quarter results show that we had our highest ever GPA by the Hand Club, a 2.62 GPA, which is a B minus. And just to put that in perspective, that's a big deal, because think about where our kids are starting. Kids who've been with us since the first of last school year cut their number of Fs by 46%, almost in half. That's amazing. Also, as of second quarter, our students' school attendance was 96%. And what that means is that our kids will attend school 5.4 more days than the CPS average this year. And that might not sound like a big deal to you, but by the end of their 12th grade, that's a third of a school year. So it's a really big deal. And the reason that we're focusing on grades and attendance is more and more we're learning that it's those two indicators that really are strong predictors for school success. So, for example, one study indicates that sixth graders with less than 80% attendance in school and a failing mark in behavior, math, or English only have a 10% chance of graduating high school within 4 years. So those are two incredibly important indicators. By the Hand Club, historically, 95% of our high school seniors have graduated from high school. Here's a really important number. 90% have gone on to enroll in college, and that's compared to CPS's 57%. And an even bigger deal, 74% of those students are still in college or have graduated from college today. And just to put that in perspective, CPS projects that 14% of kids who enter college will graduate within 6 years. So not just getting them to college, but helping them persist through college is what really matters. Praise God, we have 2 more students graduating from college this May, and I'd like to recognize them. We have Angeline, who spoke a little earlier. She's graduating in May. I think she's seated right over here. And we have Shaquita, who's also graduating in May, and I think she's seated right over here. Shaquita, if you would stand. Congratulations, girls. We're so proud of you. As of this fall, we'll have 62 kids either in college or graduated from college, and we'll have 1 in the Navy. We're really proud of her, too. And I wanted us just to take a quick look at the return on investment of these 62 kids. So according to the U.S. Census Bureau, 62 kids who graduate from college will, over their lifetime, contribute collectively $124 million to our economy. Conversely, if those same 62 students drop out of school and enter into a life of crime and drugs, they will cost the economy $2 million per student, or $124 million. Our children at By the Hand Club are going to grow up to be a contribution not only to our economy, but to our world. So can we just give them a big round of applause? And Natasha, who I think is sitting right over here, and just to make her super uncomfortable, I'll go ahead and ask her to stand right now. Here she is. Natasha graduated from Indiana State University with honors and is now, Felicia, are you ready for this? Is now working for the state's attorney in the grand jury division. Isn't that incredible? We're so proud of you, Natasha. Looking to the future, we're so excited about partnering with a separate 501c3 named Moving Everest to open a charter school this August in Austin. That's right, and we can clap. This new school and after-school partnership will allow us to provide a full day of learning for our students from 7:30 in the morning till 6:30 in the evening. It will allow us to operate more efficiently through synergies and economies, and it will allow By the Hand Club to reach twice as many students by 2018. And I want to just take a moment to thank our great partners from Moving Everest, Mike Rogers, who's the executive director, and Micah Cruzy, the principal, and they're sitting right over here. If you would please stand. They have created Thank you. They have created an incredible learning environment for our kids, and that environment will extend right through the afternoon hours, so we're so excited. And then finally, I also want to thank Novak Construction, which is sitting. John, will you please stand? We appreciate you so much. Thank you. You know it's a little corny, but I just cannot pass up this opportunity to say that Novak is literally moving Everest, moving mountains to make sure that we have this new school building ready to open in August. Right, John? Thank you. You saw a photo of it. It's coming along great. We're going to be right on time. So in closing, a crucial question that's asked of our generation is whether or not we're going to let the American dream become the American memory on our watch. And I want to share with you that I believe keeping the American dream alive begins with keeping the dreams alive of our kids, including the kids sitting here at our tables tonight. So we need to encourage our kids to dream big, kids, and know that we're dreaming right along with you, and we believe in you. In fact, we believe that we have the next Martin Luther Kings and Condoleezza Rice's right here in this room, don't we? Can we agree? And kids, know whatever you dream, that we're here walking with you. So from the west side in Austin, to the north side in Cabrini, to the south side in Inglewood and Altgeld, we're here to take you by the hand and let education ring. Thank you.